Hi everyone, and welcome to this video, where I share some information and some insights in how to use Bard, Google's artificial intelligence assistant. So what I want to do is first give you some insights into Bard and some updates that they're doing recently, and then go into the tool with you so we can try it out ourselves. So let's get started. So the first thing that I want to share with you is some updates. So Google, as you see, talk about Bard as an experiment. So they talk about experiment updates. And what you see is that they have made some updates, and the updates are really recently. So it's the 19th of September, so basically yesterday, given that they're in the US and we are in Germany, it's not that long ago yet. So what do we learn? So they say introducing Bard's most capable model yet. And they talk about what? So they talk about feedback, and they talk that start in one language and continue up to 40 plus languages. So they will increase their language capabilities. What they also can do is that they say Bard can access now helpful information from Google Apps. So it can retrieve information and get information, real-time information from maps, YouTube, hotels, and flights. And we will try this out in a minute around flights. What we can also see is that it says it collaborate with Bard on your content in Gmail, Docs, and Drive. So you can connect Bard or Google's Bard to Google Workspace, and in that sense, enter information and retrieve information from those documents and those, let's say, tools. And what we will also do is that we will summarize an article that I have stored into my Google Docs and see how Bard is doing. What you can do is that you can double check Bard's responses. So if Google says, okay, Bard is still an experiment and we're not so sure, okay, what implications does it have? And maybe sometimes it gives you some noise or some, like hallucinations. So basically answers that are not really correct. So what you can do is you can double check his responses with the Google search button. But also obviously, and this is true for a lot of those AI models and AI answers, always have a bit of like a critical mind and think for yourself, does this really make sense? Or maybe I have to take a different approach to find the right answer. Then it says about build off conversations shared with you and some additional features that they came up with. So if you want to read this and read the details, you can go to bard.google.com/updates, and then you find all the information and all the updates here. But let's now jump into the tool. So let's go to Bard. And here now we are at Bard. I will move myself over here so that we can actually see the prompt. And I already played around a bit with Bard, as you can see, and trying out some things. But let's do a new chat. So when you do a new chat, and in this new chat here, now what we see is that Bard gives us some ideas of what we can do. So it says, okay, I can help you to understand what's behind the trend, hype around sports, economic concepts. I can also help you create. So a beginner's guide or an out of office message or revise my writing. I can also help you to explore some cooking trends, plant care tips. So this is the plant care Google gave me automatically around how to do something with a fiddle leaf fig plant. I don't have one, but now I learned something about a fiddle leaf fig plant. Some organization tips as well, and then can also help you with coding. So design a scheme, explain JavaScript code and refactor code. So you see a broad range of activities that Bard can do. And we know that a lot of other tools, AI tools, can already do those things as well. So I think what is really the improvement here is now that it connects to your workspace apps, because obviously if Google Bard can connect with these apps, there are way more possibilities that we can think of what Google Bard can do now and what it also can do in the future. So let's try it out. So we can enter a prompt here, and we can just go with a very simple prompt, or like the prompt that came to my mind was, I want to book flights because I want to go to Madrid to Spain. So let's do that. And I can say, hey Bard, I want to go to Spain, specifically fly to Madrid from the 18th of October this year till the 28th of October. Can you help me book flights and give me some recommendations what I can do in Madrid and the surrounding areas as a tourist. Let's see what it comes up with. So you see it takes a bit of time, and now you see it's checking in with Google Flights. And we wait. Yeah, it's a bit slower than some other Google Assistant or like AI assistants, but at the same time, let's see what it came up with as an answer. So it says, "Hi there. Bart doesn't always get it right. Be sure to check the following flight details." So first checking in, is it true? Yes, round trip Munich Madrid. I didn't tell Google where I am, but Google, because I'm here logged in, obviously knew, okay, where I am, what is my location, where I want to go to, one adult. Okay, I just said, okay, I want to go. I didn't specifically say how many people, so probably I could adapt that. And then here are some of the departing flights from Munich. So I see Condor, Air Europe, and Iberia. And it tells me you can see more options and information on Google Flights. So if I go to Google Flights now, then what I see is that it automatically picked the right dates, picked myself, picked economy class and round trip. So I can automatically see which flights are available for exactly the dates that I gave Bart. So let's go back. And what else did it come up with? It says, okay, here are some of the tourist attractions in Madrid and the surrounding areas. It lists me all these tourist attractions. And then it says, I hope this helps with planning your trip. So you see below it, above it didn't do this, but here below it also lists the Google flights. So I can automatically see which flights are there. If I click on the flight, I automatically come to the flight and I can book it from Google Flights. So I think that was nice. So let's do something else and say, okay, which apps are actually the apps that Bart can connect to? So I can say, hi Bart, can you help me find out with which apps you are able to integrate within Google Workspaces? So let's see what it comes up with. Okay, this didn't really work. I tried it before and it gave me some answers. But let's try something else and say, I have a document in my Google Docs that has something to do with energy from Tim Denning, and it is in a PDF format. So probably not Google Docs, but Google Drive. Can you summarize that text for me, please? Let's see if this works, because that's the document I actually wanted to summarize for you. And we can see if it can do these different steps all together in one. So we see that it's connected to Google Workspace. So let's see what comes up. Oh, and see, it worked because I read the article or like this little book already, so I know what's more or less containing. So let's check if Google, Bart actually came up with a similar response, and this is correct. So it found the right document. It is exactly this document. It's called Burned Out to Fired Up. Simple things that will completely transform your life in 30 days by Tim Denning. So that's correct. And then it says, okay, Daniel argues that there are 6 levels of energy, productive energy, and so on. That's true as well. I know that he talks about these different energy types. And okay, then he goes into some details around these 6 areas. That's all fine. That's like nothing, nothing really like specific, but it seems it's correct. And then overall, Burned Out to Fired Up is a practical, inspiring book that can help you increase your energy levels and live a more fulfilling life. Okay, that makes sense. And it shows me in Google Drive the PDF document here and gives me the information when it was created in my Google Drive. So you see that it's actually a very nice prompt. You can easily do this. You can probably also search your Google Drive. I tried this. I won't do this here because otherwise you see all my documents. But you can find those documents. You can automatically summarize them. And in that way, it helps you a lot. What is not possible, what I wasn't able to do yet, is that you can connect it to a specific app and can say, okay, can you do specific things in that app? So at the moment, it's more around retrieving and information, but not so much around doing specific tasks for you yet. But yeah, it already helps with this, and I think that can be really helpful. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Maybe one additional point what I tried out, which didn't work so well as well, is that I tried it to give me. So I basically wrote a prompt like this. We can try it out again. Let's see what happens. Maybe it changed its answer and learned something. But what I did is about YouTube. So I do some YouTube videos, for example, this one here. And I wanted to find out which of my videos is actually viewed the most from those videos that I personally published. So I wrote something like this and said, hey Bart, I published several videos on YouTube and I want to know which of those videos that I posted by myself rated and had the most views from people. Can you tell me which of these videos it was, please? Thank you. So let's see. So you see it's connecting to YouTube, so that's working. But then it comes up with a video that is not mine. And funnily, it came up with a different video beforehand as well that had 4 million plus views. So it basically changed its response. And it says, okay, this video is the most views is how to upload videos on YouTube. And then it comes up with some additional YouTube videos. So it's not exactly what I want to do. But if you want to use it to just search for YouTube videos in general and find specific topics, then it can be very helpful. But then it's obviously the question, do you still want to do this in BART? Or do you not just directly go to YouTube and try it into YouTube or try the search within YouTube? So you can play around with this, but I haven't found the right angle yet to use it for YouTube videos and really connecting it to my own personal data in the sense of saying, okay, how is it with my video specifically? But yeah, in general, it works and you can try it out and I will play around with it as well. And I'm hopeful that I find some more helpful activities that BART can do, especially now that it is connecting with workspace apps. So yeah, what I wanted to show you is how does BART work? What can you do? How's the interface? What are the new advancements in Google BART? And then, yeah, try it out yourself. Let me know how it works, or if you find some other very useful common phrases, useful prompts, and useful use cases, for Google BART. So we can all learn from each other and better use those tools for our own benefits and yeah, learn how to basically process, how do you say this, make our processes more productive and our ways more productive. And that's in that way. Thanks for listening. If you like the video, I would be amazed if you give me a subscribe button or a like for the video. And with that, have a great day.